online session. Now our today's unit is unit 6 pronoun. In the previous video also we have seen what is pronoun. In the short I just say the pronoun is the word which we use in the place of noun and to avoid the repetition of noun, to replace the noun. The words we use to replace the noun is called pronoun. Right? Now in the types of pronoun also we have seen, and in the last video we have seen the pronoun of reflexive pronoun we have seen, right? What is the reflexive pronoun? Where the subject and object both are same person, both are one person, is called the reflexive pronoun. And what kind of reflexive pronouns are? Like myself, ourself, yourself, yourselves, himself, herself, itself, themselves. This all we have seen according to the first person, second person and third person. If the subject is singular, then which reflexive pronoun we should write according to the subject? That everything we have seen in our last video. Now today we are going to see the pronoun, but which pronoun we are going to see? Relative pronoun. Now what is relative pronoun and what is the use of this relative pronoun? So relative pronoun are used to refer back to a noun or pronoun in a sentence. That means this relative pronoun refers back to a noun or pronoun in the sentence. And relative pronoun also give us more information about the noun or pronoun. That means the relative pronoun, this R I have written only R dot, that means relative. Relative pronoun give us more information about the noun. That means this is also help us, this relative pronoun also help us to get the more information about the noun. Now here they means relative pronoun are used to join the sentence. If two sentences will be there, then and if we have to join these two sentences and we'll have to make a one single sentence, that time we use the relative pronoun. That means relative pronoun give us more information about noun and pronoun. Even relative pronoun are used to join two sentences and it helps us to make a single sentence of given two sentences. Now what kind of relative pronouns are there? So there are few relative pronouns which we can use to join the sentence. Relative means these relative pronouns are related to the subject, that's why it called the relative pronoun. So what kind of relative pronouns are there? Who, whom, whose, which and that. These are the relative pronouns which we can use to join the sentence and to get more information about the noun and pronoun. So these are the some relative pronouns, that are who, which, whose, who, whose, which and that. You please note down this everything in your notebook so you can get what is the relative pronoun. With example we'll also see, first you please note down this. Then I give the example and will explain it in detail. Sentence is also there. I think some student is not having the GE book, so that's why I am telling you just note down this all in your notebook. Then we'll see with the relative pronoun with the examples. Again I just repeat, relative pronoun are used to refer back to a noun or pronoun in the sentence. Even it gives us more information about noun or pronoun, and we use the relative pronoun to join two sentences, and the relative pronoun who, whose, which and that. But where to use who, when to use who, when to use whose and when to use which and that, this also we'll see later. I hope you have written. So I just have to rub this. Now let's see the examples of relative pronoun. The woman is a doctor. The woman is a doctor. Full stop. She writes stories for little children. Now see, two sentences you can see. The first one is the woman is a doctor, full stop. That means the first sentence is completed. Now the second sentence is she writes stories for little children. That means the she is here, the she pronoun used for the woman. We haven't repeated the woman name is again here. That's why in the place of the woman we have written here she. That means she is the pronoun. Now we have to join these two sentences and we have to make a one single sentence here by using the relative pronouns. Now see, the woman who writes stories for little children is a doctor. Now full stop. By using who, this is a relative pronoun. By using who, we join this sentence and we made the single sentence. So how we made it? The woman who. In the place of she, we use here who. The woman who writes a story for little children is a doctor. The woman, then directly we have taken this second sentence here. And in the place of she, we have used here who. Right? The woman. First the woman we have taken, then the second sentence directly we have taken here, and in the place of she, we have written who. The woman who writes story for little children is a doctor. Right? So which relative pronoun we have used here? Who. And here this woman and who, these both are the one person. This woman and who, these both are one person. That means this who we have used for the woman. You please note down these examples also in your notebook. Now I have explained here the relative pronoun who, whose, which and that. This I have explained, but when to use this all we'll see now. I rub this. In the bracket also, in the pink bracket is there is also written when to use who. We use who, first we'll see who. We use who to ask which person does an action. Who for person. That means in that sentence, who is doing the action? Who was doing the action? The woman. That means there also we have used this who, because we use who for which person does an action. For doing the action in the person in the sentence we use who. Now we'll see when to use whom. Whom to ask which person receives an action. Receive an action. Now, who, that means which person is doing action. That is right. I am writing on the board. That means here I am doing the action. So you can use who for me also. And now in the second person whom. When to use whom? To ask which person is receiving the action. That means who for doing the action and who for receiving the action. Now the third, whose. To find out which person something belongs to. Now here whose. It shows the authority and right by it shows the authority and right in the sentence. Whose to find out which person something belongs to. That means whose pen is this? Whose book is this? That means whose this book belongs to. Whose this pen belongs to. That means to show the authority, to show the right, we use whose. That means to find out which person something belongs to. Right? And who, which person is receiving the action. And who, that means who is doing the action. That means which person is doing the action. For that we use who. And who is receiving the action in the sentence. For that we use who. And to show which person is something belongs to show the authority and to point out the right, that time we use whose. That means this all three we use for the human being. If the human being is there, that time we use this who, whose. So I write here who, and whose. This is for human being. Now which and that are late. Now when to use which and that. Which and that we use for the non-human being. Non-human being means non-living things. In bracket I write here non-living things. Right? For human being we use who, whose. And for non-living thing, non-human being, we use which and that. Right? So in the sentence some exercise is there, so you will get the difference between who, whose and which and that. Which and that we can use for the non-living thing. That means any place can be there, any class can be there, any non-living thing. For non-living thing we use which and that, and for human being, for living thing, for human being, for a person we use who, whom and whose. Here also I just write in the bracket person. But according to the, if authority we have to show if something belongs to is there, so that time we use whose. And if the receiver is there, some action is receiving by someone, so in the place of that person we use who. And if who is doing action in the sentence, so doer, in the place of doer we use who. You also note down this all in your notebook. We'll see the exercise, focus exercise is there. So we'll solve that also. I hope student you are getting this, when to use who, when to use whom, when to use whose, and who, whose we use for human being, for a person. The person can be woman, man, girl, boy. And which and that we use for the non-living things. That means the class, table, pen, whatever the non-living things, the object will be there. For that we use which and that. Now I just rub this and we'll see now the exercise. Now what is instruction is there? Tick a correct relative pronoun to complete each sentence. That means some sentences are given. In options, relative pronouns are there. You just have to understand the meaning of the sentence and you have to tick the correct relative pronoun. So let's see the first sentence. This is our focus exercise. A. I talked to the man. Now in bracket, three relative pronouns are there. Who, which, and whose. Car, was, park, near our house, near our house. Now see, I talked to the man. Car was parked near our house. Now we have seen we use who for the person, for the living things, and whose also we use for the living things, for the person. Now which is for, we use which for the non-living things. That means here the person is given, the man is given. That means living things are here. So definitely we are not going to take the which. Now from between who and whose, which relative pronoun we take here. So here two pronouns are definitely from who and which, from who and whose, which will correct. So I talked to the man. Car was parked near our house. That means the car. Car is there, but car, whose belong this car? That means who. Who is showing, the authority is showing here. So that's why belongings is showing here. That's why we use here whose car was parked near our house. We cannot say like that who car. No. Whose car? That means that car belongs to that man. That means authority is showing here and on the car. That's why we use here whose. We take the whose. Now Dr. Malik. Dr. Malik. Now in bracket again three relative pronouns are there: who, which, and whose. Is also a single, lives next door. Now see, Dr. Malik is also a singer, lives next door. Now here this sentence talking about Dr. Malik. So we cannot hear which, because the which we use for the non-living things, and whose authority is also not cannot be here in this sentence. So which relative pronoun is correct? Dr. Malik who is. Dr. Malik who is also a singer, lives next door. Now the third one is, we are going to Panjim. We are going to Panjim. Now in bracket who, which, whom. Who, which, and who. Is in Goa for our holidays. Now see, we are going to Panjim. Is in Goa for our holiday. Here this sentence is telling us about the Panjim, and this is the place. This is the place. So for place or for non-living thing we use obviously which. Here this sentence is telling us about the Panjim. This place Panjim is the capital of Goa, and this place is in the Goa. So this spot, this place is non-living thing, and for non-living thing we use which or that. So that is not there, only three options are there: who, which, whom. So which is the correct answer. So we ticked on which. Now in the fourth sentence, the ice cream. The ice cream flavor. Three options are there: who, that, whose. The ice cream flavor Priya likes is not available. Now the ice cream flavor, three options are there: Riya likes is not available. Now here talking about the ice cream flavor. This is also obviously non-living thing. So which relative pronoun is correct? That. The ice cream flavor that Riya likes is not available. So correct relative pronoun is that. Please note down these four sentences in your notebook. Now I just dropped the first one. Let's see the fifth sentence. Fifth one is the boy Three options are there: who, comma, which, comma, whose. Father is from England. It's coming today. Now, the boy, what is our subject? The boy. And this is living thing also, this is person also, this is human being. So, we can use whose or who. These two pronoun or these two relative pronoun we use for a human being. But which will be correct? Let's see. The boy father is from England is coming today. That means father. The boy father. That means whose father? The correct pronoun, relative pronoun is whose. The boy whose father is from England is coming today. Please note down this sentence also in your notebook. Now again the practice exercise is there, but we'll see this exercise, practice exercise in our next video. Now it's time to homework. I hope you have written this second, third and fourth sentences in your notebook. So I just rub this and I just give you the homework. What will be your homework? You have to make a 4 or 5 sentences by using relative pronoun who, which, whose or whom. Any 5 sentences you can make by your own. Any 5. Make any 5 sentences by using relative pronoun. Which you can use, that you can use, whose for showing the authority you can use, who you can use, and who and whom. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One sentence you have to make by using these 5 relative pronoun. One sentence by using each. One sentence by using that. One sentence by using who. One sentence by using whom, and one sentence by using who. Now I hope you got this everything. This is your homework. And the practice exercise is there in the next page, but we'll see this exercise in our next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and thank you.